All right, happy Thursday. Is it Thursday? Happy Thursday, ladies. It is Thursday. Welcome to our webinar today. My name is Dr. Kitiana Lowe. I'm the Director of Programs and Events here at WBEC ORV. And today we have our newly certified WBE onboarding webinar. So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to you all, Shelly and Jamie, for becoming certified WBEs. I'm so excited to have you join this amazing organization, and just for you to just jump in with both feet. So before we really get started, I always like to take a moment to introduce our team, and especially with you all being new, I want to make sure that you know who you're talking to when you talk to us. So our interim president and CEO is Chuck Hendricks, and our chief operations officer is Dr. Frederica Singletary. Our fractional CFO is Jackie Jordan, and our senior director of marketing and communications is Courtney Martin. I've already introduced myself. And then you all should be very familiar with the next couple of folks. This is our certification team, led by our Director of Certification and Outreach, Colleen Rudisil, our certification manager, Robbie Moore, and then our newest addition is our certification specialist, Anita Steele. And so they all work diligently to help you all with your certification, your research, and all that good stuff. And then on the other side of the fence is our corporate engagement team. Our corporate engagement manager is Devin Davis. And then our administrative assistant is Morgan McDonald. So now you can put a face with a name. And if we see you at Catch the Wave next week, which I hope we will see you both at Catch the Wave, you know who you're talking to when you see them. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our presenter for today, Barb Smith, who is the president of Journey Steel. If you don't already know Barb, you will get to know Barb over the course of this next hour, and you will quickly realize that she is the best person in the entire world, although she's going to sell herself short and say that she's not. She's a diehard Reds fan. And completely creates her schedule. You see the red wall, you see the bobbleheads on the side, creates her schedule around the Reds. But honestly, she is amazing jewel and a gift to WBEC ORV. And so you all are in really great hands. And Barb is just going to walk you through everything that you need to know about your certification.
Thank you, Dr. K, for that wonderful introduction. And yeah, Dr. K is just really excited because I'm not all that in the bag of chips at all, but I am happy, and congratulations to you both for being newly certified. That is an awesome accomplishment, and you are getting ready to unlock countless resources and networking opportunities. I promise you that. And they still let me be the presenter, even though 9 times out of 10 I mess up, and it's all recorded and they have it on recording. So bear with me, and I'm glad it's a small audience. So when you guys start throwing eggs and stuff, I won't get too messy. So next slide, please, Dr. K. All right, so today we're going to do just the WBEC overview. And part 2 is the WBEC and the network, and then we're going to get into the core certification, opportunities, research, resources, and engagement. Next slide. And so just about WBEC. The mission is to fuel economic growth globally through access to opportunities, identifying, certifying, and facilitating development of women-owned businesses. I mean, and you guys can read the slide. I'm not going to read everything, but just know that now you are part of over 20,000 certified WBEs across the United States. Over 550 corporate members. There are 14 regional partner organizations, which we'll go into breaking down what this means in a little further in there, and 1 national partner organization. You are now a part of such a huge network. That's why the opportunities are endless, and congratulations again for being smart enough to want to be WBEC certified, okay? And so here's the network, that the numbers that I just talked about there. This is the map of the United States. We are the Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. That is our regional partner. There are 14 RPOs, regional partner organizations. The headquarters for WBEC is in Washington, D.C. And again, that's over the 22,000 that were mentioned on the other slide. All WEBEC certified WBEs and WOSBs may engage their regional partner organization as well as other RPOs. And we'll talk about the WOSB, if you're not familiar with that, a little bit later as well. Next slide. So again, the map just outlined where everyone was at. The regional partner organizations are all across the United States, just to make it a smaller, more intimate group coming together as a whole, because it can be overwhelming if you never attended nationals, which you don't have to be certified to do so. So I'm not going to make the assumption that you haven't. But when we all come together, we definitely, you have a core that hopefully, because you're going to be involved, that you're not coming into the 4,000, 5,000 national platform not knowing anyone. You're already going to be feeling connected, and you'll find that we connect across the RPOs. The RPOs are just there for the region so that you're close enough to be able to engage before nationals. Next slide. And so the WeBack brand. So the WeBack Link 2.0 houses everything that you need, all the brands that you can feel free to download and to use. There is a guideline on where you should use them at, where you can use them at, with the logos and the tools. So you have the WeBack Link 2.0. Hopefully you guys have been out there, and if you haven't, make sure you do that. Download your certificate and all the logos and begin your branding opportunities, being certified WeBack and women owned. Next slide. So you have the seal and you have the logo. Show off your status as a WeBack certified women business enterprise using the seal. You can put the seal on your business cards, on your website, your social, your emails, the different things like that. And if you have a product, using the woman owned, I know that I personally, and hopefully you guys notice this when you're even out and about, when you're seeing products and different things, even in the retail space, I look for that woman owned logo, because we want to be able to support women owned businesses, other women owned businesses, and it helps you to identify, that, hey, this product is woman owned. It's done by a certified WBE. So it's great. I do steel. I don't put it on my steel. Nobody would care. But hey, I could if I wanted to. All right. And so use it on everything else though. Next slide. And so these are just some of the suggested uses that I already talked about here. When you have promotional items, though, that's where you can go ahead and use the seal, use the logo, flash it, because we are a network. Remember, there's over 22,000 of us, and we are a sisterhood, and we love to support each other, lift each other up. So utilize the seals and the logos on your products, on your advertisement, and all of that. And then make sure, again, if you want to purposely, which hopefully you do, purposely want to support other women owned businesses, this comes in handy. We don't want to be hidden. We want to put it out there. We are women, hear us roar. All right. Next slide. And now here's the do's and the don'ts, the brands. And this is the slide that you don't want to listen to me, because I'll mess it up every single time, even though it normally flows. Okay. So being WeBack certified means that you're a role model for other aspiring WBEs. Talking about WeBack certification requires some specific brand message standards. Look at the do's here. Is WeBack, okay? It's not hyphenated. WeBack certified. Don't make it a dash or forget the capitalization. Weebies, unless it's possessive using, so again, the do's and don'ts. It's trial and error. They keep letting me come back. Trust me, I've messed up some of these things. So we won't kick you out the network, but just sort of recognize that when you're utilizing the brand, that you're utilizing it correctly. The WBE seal in the woman-owned logo, and refer to the business as being certified, not the individual. We are certified as a business, Journey Steel. It's not Barb's Method, it's Journey Steel. So these are just some of the do's and don'ts. Like I said, you'll get a copy of the slide. You'll learn the lingo, whether you're saying WBE, WeBack, Weebies. There's different little terms, and it'll start flowing. Trust me, I've been at it for like 12 years, and so I only mess up 50% of the time, so I still have a way to go. But you guys are going to get this. You're going to nail it right away, okay? So with the certification, Um, Again, the WeBack link 2.0 is fully digitized, and that is the database of the WBEs and the corporates and the government members. You will not find, a lot of the questions always come, you will not find a place where you'll see everybody listed. Remember, it's over 22,000. We have over, and I didn't look ahead, and Dr. K can correct me, but I know we have over 2,000, I think, in our RPO.
eleven
Itself,
hundred.
1,100.
Yeah,
Okay,
over 1100.
over
Yeah. So
1,100. All right.
we're on our way to 2000.
We're on our way to 2,000. We're going to get there. Okay, so we have over 1,100 just in RPO, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. So it is impossible. You saw the staff in the earlier slide. It is impossible to keep that list, current and updated. So you will not find a list. There's not a one-stop shop to say who's in my RPO. You won't find that list there. You will see the corporates listed, but you will not see the WBEs listed. The WEBAC provides both women business enterprise certification and women owned small business certification. WOSB, that is a national certification. And Dr. K can correct me if I'm wrong again, but normally when you certify, you normally check a box if you are qualified to be a woman owned small business, which is a federal certification that if you're doing business with the federal government, they also recognize you as a woman owned business and a woman owned small business. So that's the difference between the WOSB and the WEBAC certification. It's one application and it's a checking of the box. And according to your Nexus codes, which hopefully you guys are familiar with, your North American Industry Code Standards, I think is what it stands for, but you should have your Nexus codes. There are certain Nexus codes that qualify you with the federal government to be classified as woman-owned small business. Next slide. Recertification. That's the annual touch point for all WBEs. Verification that the WBE, WOSB criteria is still being met. It captures any changes in ownership, management, control of your business, and it ensures updated WBE information is available in the WeBack Link 2.0 for sourcing purposes. Again, plan ahead, allow 90 days. So whatever date that you were just recently certified, put on your calendar next year. 9 months out, 9 months from the time you were certified. Is that nine? Whatever. 3 months before it's over. There's 12 months in a year. Yeah. Okay, there we go. See, I told you, they still let me do this. And they even take me and know I mess up and they still let me come back. So 9 months from the time you were certified, put a notice on your calendar to get your recertification in. You see the team is small. They have to recertify everyone. So you need to allow them the grace and the mercy to do it. So please make sure. It is so easy to recertify. You had to provide everything. I know with your certification, your shoe size, your dog's, middle name, what color is the leash on your cat, do you have a hamster? You have to do all that the first time. When you do the recertification, it's much simpler, but make sure if you made any changes in the year that you're tracking that and making sure that you're letting them know if you move locations, if the ownership changes, anything like that, because you don't want any hiccups in the recertification process. Okay. So that is the recertification. I know you just got certified, but keep that in mind, put it on your calendar. Okay. WeBack ORB is a standalone 501(c) that serves as one of the 14 regional partner organizations. Again, there's over 1,100. See, I was already, I said 2,000. I got this slide deck ahead of time and I still messed that up. But see, they let me go. Grace and mercy, sisterhood is here. Okay, there's over 1,100 certified WBEs and 80 corporate members. So these 80 corporate members are in our RPO. Again, when we talked about the 2,200 nationally and the over 550 corporate members. So understand our RPO does feed into the national, but this is your local RPO, and we have corporate members that are here for us on this level. All of them are available nationwide, the 550, but we have over 80 that some of them feed into the national as far as corporate members. So if you're trying to do business with certain corporations and different things, don't forget that your local RPO has corporate members that say, yes, we're supporting WBE and they want to do business with you. So the mission of WeBack ORV is leading through innovative, collaborative, and engaged group of corporates, government, WBEs, and advocates. We are a catalyst for growth and sustainability by adding more corporate partners in WBEs in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. And I will let you know that the mission is real for our RPO. You are part of the best RPO. They are constantly advocating and collaborating and trying to make sure that they're adding to the corporates, keeping us involved with the government and WBEs, and the advocacy is real. There are so many times that this RPO is in a room that you're not in, but you're in that room because the RPO is represented there, and we're going to talk about what's happening, and you need to get with Shelly and work with Shelly and Jamie and Nicole. Welcome on, Nicole. I saw you came in. We'll start advocating. We want to get to know you so we can advocate for you before you're even in the room. And the vision is to be the premier resource for women-owned business development. Next slide. So the certification process tips for annual renewal, we sort of already touched that. Collect all your documentation, get ready for your fee, 90 days out, check emails. They will send you a reminder like, hey, it's time to recertify, and then engage on the next level. Become engaged with the organization, attend events online and in person, volunteer. Volunteering is one of the easiest ways to really get involved, because then you're right there and you're at events and you're getting to meet everyone because you have a volunteer shirt on or a volunteer badge, and people are going to start asking you questions. You're going to be seen. But I can't stress enough that you definitely want to make sure that you stay involved, get familiar with the resources that are available, ask questions. Each of you should have got a welcome from one of the former members. So that's another touch point, because again, the staff is small. And so we are all an extension of the staff to be able to help each other out. And we'll talk about forum a little bit later. If we can go to the next slide. So the opportunities. ORVBDP, Ohio River Valley Business Development Program. It's a 7-month business development program designed for women business owners who are building a sustainable and scalable business. You have to do an application and get involved. Actually, Dr. K was listening to, prior to this, the graduating class from this last cohort is graduating actually today. If you're going to be part of Catch the Wave, I think they will acknowledge them at some point during Catch the Wave. But this is a program that you definitely want to consider. And again, it's not open. It is open to everyone, but they try to limit it to 10 participants each year because it is very intensive and it's very comprehensive, and you can't have a large class. So make sure you keep your eyes and ears open for how that you can apply to be a part of ORV BDP. Definitely worth your time, but it definitely is an investment of your time. Opportunities for the region. You have signature events. You have the WBE Connect, Catch the Wave, Bold and Brilliant. All right. These are some of our signature regional events. Again, with our RPO, Catch the Wave is next week. Don't know if you guys are already registered and will be there. We know Jamie will, because she's going to be our DJ with the hostess with the mostest up in Cleveland. But you should be getting emails. Make sure when you did certify yourself and you were out on the website that you check the box to make sure that you're getting alerts via email, so you're aware of the webinars and the different things that are going on. But these are the connects, happen in person, and that's exactly what they're for, to connect you with your sisterhood in this RPO, although it is open to other RPOs as well. And you're always welcome to go to other RPO events if it's a strategic part for you, if you have offices in other regions, or if you just want to be involved with other regions. Again, it's a sisterhood. The RPOs just make it a little easier for you to connect on a smaller level. So other regional events are doing business with corporates, webinars, the industry-specific events, the corporate member supply, diversity events across the region, the professional and business development. You are going to be inundated with a whole lot of information, a whole lot of events. We know that you can't attend everything always, but I will encourage you definitely with the webinars, especially with you being newly certified. Get your feet wet, start jumping in, try to make time to make sure that you can attend many of these events. Of course, you can't make them all, but make sure that you put on your calendar when you see them come across. And especially even if you don't understand exactly what it is, that's all the more reason that you want to get involved and see what it is. All right, the webinars are monthly WBE onboarding webinars that you're on one now. They're quarterly maximizing your certification webinars. So after now you're getting welcome with the onboarding. Now what? You're certified. How do I maximize this certification? Attend at least one of those if you haven't already, because again, that's more information and a chance to meet other people in our RPO to get you inundated so that you don't feel like you're on an island because it is a sisterhood. And then the annual Catch the Wave conference, that prep webinar that already, I think it already happened. If it hasn't, it's going to happen and needed to happen because it's Monday. And then the monthly WBE WeBack Link 2.0 webinars. That's definitely a good one to attend because there's so much out there on that link that you would need to know about and be able to utilize. And then there's professional and business development webinars that happen as well. Next slide. So here are the resources, and we sort of talked about some of these things already. So I won't, again, you'll get a copy of the slide, a deck, as well as the recording. And so the WeBack link, woman owned, WB, the WeBack programs, the WeBack calendar, and then Act Intentionally. Act Intentionally is a campaign to support corporations that support women owned businesses. Again, over 550 national corporations, 80 in our RPO, acting intentionally, which means they want to do business with women certified businesses. So these are the things, these are resources that you want to be able to take advantage of, tap into, and put on your calendar, have your hit list, align your hit list for your business with the resources that are available. Next slide. Next slide, Dr. K. Thank you. Okay. Unlock the countless opportunities. Subscribe to the WeBack newsletter. This is the national newsletter, okay, to receive the latest opportunities on the national scale. So these are the professional development, networking, and outreach opportunities. There are a ton of them. Get involved with as many as you can. I am a personal advocate for doing what makes sense for your business, and all of these programs add value, take you out of your comfort zone a lot of times, and connect you with other women across our 22,000 member sisterhood that's available. This is the best way to meet other people in other RPOs and to also get connected with the national team that hopefully you'll be able to attend national and get to meet them as well. So events and pitches. There is the WeBack National Conference where the WeBack Pitch and the WeBack Pitch Academy. Even if you don't pitch your business at the nationals, you want to make sure that you're attending the Pitch Academy because that's how you sell your business. We all have a pitch that we need to make. And this academy is wonderful. It gives you pointers, it gives you insight. And again, every time you attend an event, you're enlarging your network because there's always the network opportunity to meet other people. So these are just some of the, like I said, some of the countless opportunities that are now available to you on a national scale. Next slide. So the regional resources, the event calendar, you can scan the QR code for the upcoming events, the monthly newsletter. These are our regional, again, our RPO that these are the resources available. And we strongly encourage all business owners to partner with a business coach to unlock their full potential and navigate challenges effectively. And these are some of the resources that are available there with the SBDCs, the SCORE, and the ECDI, right? Next slide. Engagement, get involved. Certification is like your gold pass, access to the world of benefits and opportunities. However, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a contract will be awarded simply because you're certified, but getting involved, showing up, participating in events, is the best way. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. The only way they're going to get to know you, like you, and trust you is if they see you around. You're building those personal relationships. So you want to attend every event that you possibly can, especially in the beginning. I've been doing this for over 10, 12 years now, and it doesn't grow old. There's always something to gain. I love it. The energy, it is truly a sisterhood. We are out to support each other, to lift each other. It is not a competition, it's a collaboration. So just don't think that because somebody else is doing the same thing you're doing, there's no reason for you to connect or everything is a competition. We are stronger together. And you will find that the real sisterhood advocates for each other, lifts each other, support each other. And when I say the advocacy, I cannot stress enough. There are many times I'm not in the room physically, but then someone said, "Hey, Barb, I was told I needed to meet you because you do XYZ." That's what the sisterhood is about. The more we learn about each other and learn our businesses, when we're talking to someone and they have a need, and we can say, "Hey, that's not me, but I know that I can connect you with X, Y, and Z. They're doing this, they're fabulous." And you make those connections. So get involved. Cannot stress that enough. Next slide. Okay, so with your engagement, by getting involved, these are a few of the acknowledgments that happen. The star each year, 14 women, one from each RPO, steps into the spotlight to receive National Premier Award for Excellence among women business enterprises. The WBE stars are selected annually by the regional partner. So that's another reason why you want to get involved. I was fortunate enough to be the 2024 star last year, and the exposure was awesome. The experience was awesome. So not only was I happy to represent our RPO, but the other 13 women that I got to meet that were representing their RPO, there again, strengthened the network and it allowed the national recognition. Again, it's just by being engaged and being involved. Then you have the top corporates, and the annual list of American top corporations for women business enterprise recognize WBEC national corporate and government members who successfully drive the sustainable inclusion of women-owned businesses. So this is presented to the corporations, again, the ones that are walking the walk, those 550 that are the national and our 80 in our RPO. We recognize those corporations that are truly doing business with women-owned business, that are, out there advocating for us within their supply chains, within their organizations to do business with us. And then the legacy leaders is a group of corporate members and WBEs who serve in an advisory capacity to WBEC and have held significant leadership roles throughout WBEC network. So these are, because of the engagement, these are some of the acknowledgments that come because you are engaged on the WBE side and the corporate side. Next slide. And so this year, the Trailblazer Award, each year there's a Trailblazer Award, and goes to someone who sets an example of greatness, both in business and in the community. And the winner is honored every year at the Catch a Wave Conference. Our Trailblazer for our RPO is Jill Fry. And if you haven't met Jill, you are in for a treat. She is the president and CEO of Cummins Facility Services, and she is a true trailblazer. You talk about someone who is out to support. She's full of energy, so well deserved. She's been blazing the trail for years, and so I'm so happy that she's being recognized this year as our trailblazer. Get to know Jill. She is a trailblazer, but she's so down to earth. If you don't already know her, once you meet her, oh my gosh, okay, a ball of energy and support. She's like no other. And then we have our WBEC Forum, which select a group of WBEC certified WBEs that are nominated by the RPO and appointed by the National WBEC. The forum members serve on a business focus teams where they share their expertise, knowledge, and each other. I am a forum member. I've been a forum member now. I think this is maybe my third year. But again, in the forum is here. When you see signs about forum, when you go to national conferences, when you go to Catch the Wave, you are all part of the forum. There's just a small group of forum representatives that get together and feed information from national down to our RPO. So that was always one of the things that seemed like, okay, I'm not a forum. No, you're welcome. You are part of the forum. There is just also a special group that, or a small group. I'm not going to say we're special. We might be special in a different way, which may not be good. But anyway, I digress. There's a small group of us that meet regularly that we are the liaison between the national and our RPO. And so you want to get involved again. But when you see the signs, when you're going to conferences and it says forum, that's you. You are part of the forum. Okay. And then the WBEC star. This person illustrates this country's vital ability to build successful business. The women's strategic vision, business acumen, and sheer talent combined to meet their corporate clients' complex needs and propel our economy forward. Molly Zwake, Zake, Zwake. Oh my gosh, Rake with a Z. Zake. Come on,
Rake,
Dr. K.
rake with the Z.
Yes.
Rake.
Zwake. I told you. And it's also taped. I keep messing up and they keep letting me come back. I love Molly. And I just normally call her Molly. And I practiced this before we even got on. Anyway, all righty. Molly is our star, and she is a great star. She is president or CEO and founder of the Boz Group, and she is an awesome individual that hopefully, again, if you're attending Catch the Wave, we'll be able to celebrate her and pronounce her name correctly. But she is an awesome individual, and again, well deserved. And I'm so happy she's able to represent us this year as our star. Next slide. All right. So engagement regionally again, special WBE rates for when you gain the visibility with sponsorships. So supporting our RPO is an awesome way also to get visibility because your logo is there. You get special rates for Catch the Wave, bold and beautiful, and the different things that come. So again, be engaged in our region, support our region. It is a nonprofit, so the corporate support, the WBE support, just consider and making sure that you're doing that to push it ahead. And it does help to show that you're committed because corporations also look at that as well. Are you around? Are you still coming around? So this is just another way to get engaged with your regional RPO and gain visibility. Next slide. So now the catch the wave. Show of hands, are any of you going to catch the wave? Well, we know that Jamie Ye is going to be the DJ. It is in Cleveland. Shelly, Nicole, are you guys going to be attending Catch the Wave? No.
I'm not going to be able to.
No. Okay. Put it on your calendar for next year. All right. Because it does start Monday. And Dr. K will be coming back. And so if there is any opportunity, if it fits into your schedule to still attend this year, I'm sure she'll let you know. But you want to make sure that next year you have Catch the Wave on your calendar. That is our regional conference. It's one of the signature events. It's the best way to get involved, more involved, and it's quote unquote a mini conference. If you ever been to national, put a mark on your calendar also for national. But Catch the Wave, it's an awesome time. It's an awesome event. It's happening Monday through Wednesday of this year. And so a little late now, unless Dr. K tells me otherwise when she takes the mic back over, but mark your calendar for next year. As soon as those dates come out, you want to be there. Next slide. Okay. So get involved again, engagement. Okay. There are different committees that you can be involved with to make connections within WBEC ORV and to give back to the community. You can scan the QR code and let the committee chairs know that you would like additional information. This is also another way, like I said, just to get involved on a smaller scale, one-on-one, start growing your network within there. So again, you'll get this slide deck. Look into the committees that are available, see what best fits you, if anything does. But again, just keep it on your radar that you want to be involved and get engaged. Next slide. And we're turning it back over to Dr. K. I fumbled my way through this. I thank you guys for bearing with me, and we're going to erase part of the tape, but I'm turning it back over to Dr. K now.
You are hilarious. When I tell you I was over here tickled on multiple occasions Definitely glad that I was off camera
Yeah, I thought I
because
saw
my
you fall on the
laugh.
floor even off camera half.
I say, as my mother would say, or my grandmother would say, my laugh was not ladylike at all. But this is who Barb is. I'll say 24/7, at least all the 24/7s that I've seen and know her. She is truly authentic and truly herself. And that's what I love about Barb. If you are still interested in attending Catch the Wave, if you're able to make some changes in your schedule, shoot me an email like right after this. Because we have already submitted final numbers and things like that, but we are not doing any on-site registration at all. weebeckorv.org. There we go. We are not doing any on-site registration at all. So if you don't get in today, then you won't be able to get in. Next year, 2026, we do not have the dates to release yet, but it will still be August, likely the latter part of August. You can kind of generally mark that off in your calendar. We will be in Louisville, Kentucky next year. And so that's going to be really, really great. And there was something else that I thought about saying. But those are the only things that come to my mind at the moment. Before we kind of begin to wrap up and talk about upcoming events and surveys and things like that, do any of you have any questions at all? I
Before
know
they
it's a
ask
lot of
questions,
information.
I
Yeah.
did want to say the national conference dates are out, and that's
Yes.
June the 15th through the 18th, and it will be in Salt Lake City,
Salt
Utah.
Lake City, Utah. Yes. Yes, that's going to be that's a great time as well. So we were in New Orleans this past year. We
Yes,
were in Denver, Colorado last year.
yes.
It's a really great chance to kind of travel and see different places as well. And then it is I don't want to say catch the wave on steroids, but it is definitely a larger environment. But as Barb has mentioned, when you have the relationship or you're developing the relationship from now to next year with your local RPO members, we have an RPO meetup and there's a lot of different things like that. I think they also have like a buddy program. So even though you may be one in 5,000, you won't feel like you're by yourself because there's plenty of people that you'll already know or can get to know very quickly in preparing for that. What questions, if any, do you all have?
I've been getting these great emails and I'm like, I'm tempted very much by these opportunities that are popping up, but I'm having a hard time identifying which are best for me, right? As like a service provider, a lot of it is industry based. And so, just looking for a little guidance there on maybe which of those, like obviously I was like, oh, energy. And I was like, I don't produce actual electricity, right? Like, and so like that may not be helpful. And I was like, oh, it would be really cool with this retail group, but I'm not selling product. And so I just want to make sure that I'm investing the time in the right. Do you have a direction or one of those groups that would be a good place to start for myself or other
Barb, do you have any?
services?
Yeah,
Yes,
Barb, you have any thoughts about that?
yes, I do. And
Okay.
Jamie, just tell me, can you tell me just real quick? I'm not going to take up everybody's time, but what do you do?
I'm a DJ,
Other than
MC,
being
audio
DJ.
visual,
Okay.
entertainment
Audio,
services.
visual, entertainment. So you do events and different things and you market yourself that way. Okay.
Yes.
What would be helpful then as far as, and I sort of mentioned when I was talking, having your hit list, are
Right.
there people that you want to get connected to when you want to pick for like the energy or something, every organization, and that's the one thing that you'll find out. You might think, like I said, I do steel, so I'm in the service industry, but
Right.
someone's building or somebody's doing that. But for you, your events, everybody, the marathons, the
Everyone needs
PTs, the
events.
things like that, they may have events. So might want to broaden that and you might want to be able to raise that awareness. We think, okay, it's energy. I'm not providing this. That may not be the best one, but you need to think outside the box. So which one should you be involved with? Hey, I want to end with this corporate or I want to meet these other WBEs or whatever like that. That's what I'm saying as far as get involved, learn about them, learn about, who do I need to speak with? It may not be that one, but again, having that advocate there so we understand what you're doing. So that way I know, like if I'm just going to throw out BP because you mentioned energy or whatever and all that kind of stuff. If I'm at BP, but I am literally looking for, electrical or whatever the energy may be, but then I met you and it's like, you know what, we're having this big event. We have it every year.
I
I
never
need to
thought of it.
connect you to XYZ. So
Yes.
hopefully that helps you to think outside the box to say,
Yes.
okay, and that's what I'm saying, join the webinars, that are there to find out. And that way it brings you a connect point to say, this is what I do. Do you do this within your firm? Which you don't want to ask, you know they do. And say, can you connect me with XYZ? Because we're not always thinking, the one that's there is in this division, but
The
this
window
where,
is always, yeah,
this
there's
is
all
where
kinds
you
of ways in.
this is where
Yes.
you think outside the box, and that's what I'm saying, get involved. So yes, especially if it's a webinar, you just want to be there and hear kind of deal. Does that help you to sort of narrow it
Yes.
down? And to Dr. K's point, hopefully you got a call from one of the forum members that welcomed you, and that's an extra connection to make. And that's what you want to do. Pick up the phone, and I'm available, even if I'm not the one that called you to welcome you. And I'll put my information in the chat to say, hey, I saw this webinar. Do you think it's good for me? That's what this sisterhood is about.
That's
To
what I'm
ask
like.
someone
Yeah.
that's already there. Okay.
Yeah. I needed just that permission. I didn't want to right. I didn't want to jump face first and everyone be like, well, yeah, you don't produce gasoline, I just needed the permission to know that me networking the way I do and going through the windows and the back doors and side doors
Mhm.
is actually good.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you want to tell them, I know I don't produce it, but I know in your company, is there someone you can connect me to? And that's
Yes.
where the
Right.
supplier
Right.
diversity experts come in
I
for
preach
within
that
those
all the time.
firms, because then they're there. And that's why I'm saying go through the pitch competitions, go through the pitch academies, because then they'll teach you how to pitch so that your advocate on the inside, that supplier diversity specialist, knows who to connect you with.
Right, right. Very true. And then be mindful. So you should be getting emails from both nationals as well as from our local RPO, right? And so some of the things that you may see come across at that national level, it may not be something ready for you right now. However, some of the things that Barbara's talking about, we do have for our certified WBEs, some of our doing business with corporate sessions. And so those are smaller environments. It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter what business you have. If you see that webinar and you want to show up, it gives you that chance to have that small group conversation with someone at whomever that corporate is. And so I would lean into those and lean into those local relationships. Um, as you're beginning to get your feet grounded for some of the larger things that Nationals has. Now, if Nationals has, a program that they're offering and you feel like it's spot on point with what you do and you meet that criteria, by all means apply for it. Definitely don't sit back and wait. Apply, you'll be accepted or you won't be accepted, right? This 50-50 chance. If you see the webinars that Nationals puts out, join those webinars. No, it's not going to be a small group. There's going to be a gazillion people in there, but get that information as well. But definitely that's why we have the RPOs, and so that you can begin to create the relationships with the smaller groups, like Victoria's Secret, who's one of our corporate partners and has also been the host organization for our BDP program. And by relation of the relationship that we have with Victoria's Secret, and one of our event planners, who's our event planner for Catch the Wave, has also now done events for Victoria's Secret, right? And so you're that's really what ORV is here for, is for you to be able to create those local relationships, which can help you instead of trying to just go to something at a larger national scale.
Love it.
And I'm just going to piggyback on what Dr. K said. Again, 22,000 in the national network. So even if you do apply and you don't get accepted, because they can't accept everyone, again, don't take it personally. Continue, but that's why you want to be involved and be engaged. And then you'll find out that, hey, okay, I'm ready now. Let me go ahead. And you may be ready, but don't take
Yeah.
it personally. It's
Yeah.
just, if they don't know you, and they earn, and you don't know how to, I'm not going to say you don't know how to, but however you present your company matters as well. And that's what leads up to being accepted by attending these things, to say, this is what they're looking for. So you understand how to pitch your company, how to present your company so that it's conveying the right message.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And also, I'll say just one last thing about getting involved, and I'll open up for any other questions. But getting involved is also extremely important, because oftentimes nationals and even some of our corporates will come to us and will say, hey, we have a need for X, Y, and Z. Who do you recommend? And while, yes, we can go into WeBank link and we can pull a report and to see all the, do we have any WBEs that do this thing? Even when we pull that report, they're looking for us to say, we either will say, hey, we aren't quite sure. Here's a report. Here's the list. Have at it, have fun. Or here's the list, but here are the 4 people that we recommend or that we think you should highly consider. We even had another organization that had an opportunity, and they asked for us to invite certain WBEs to attend that opportunity. So we don't know who you are. We don't know to recommend you for anything. And then you're like, man, I'm sitting up here, I got certified and nothing's happening. But we also don't know, there's 1,100 WBEs, over 1,100 WBEs. I probably know, I'm gonna give myself 50, but I don't even know that I know 50 by name and face, right? And so if you're not involved, then nobody knows to be able to put yourself, as Barb was saying, put you in the room that you're not even in. So that's just another quick plug as to why that's so important. So what other questions do you all have?
Questions from me, but I really appreciate all the information. I have a lot of, I think, work to do to figure out where to start. Um, I did scan the QR code for Catch the Wave. It's possible I can make it there. I'll look that over and see if I can make that work, and I'll reach out if I can.
Okay, perfect. Yes, definitely send me an email and we'll see what we can do. That would be
Yeah.
great.
If you can make it
And
work, Kelly,
if
look
you
me up.
do make it, I was about to say, if you when you make it, I'm not gonna say if, when you make it, make sure, I'll be running around. Make sure grab me. Hey, I'm Shelly. I was on that call last week. Make sure you grab Barb. So that way, we can put that true face with that name and things like that as well.
And even if you can,
Perfect.
I shouldn't be giving this permission, but even if you can attend one day,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
we do have
special.
some day passes as an option. Tuesday is probably going to be your best day to attend, honestly. But if you can only come down for the one day, you can definitely make that happen. But I'll tell you, you're going to want to do the entire thing. We kick off Monday. Monday evening with our opening reception, which is at MGM Northfield Park, which is a casino. We've got an amazing band. It's going to be a great time. Tuesday, you've got all of our content, our workshops, our Molly. We've got a fireside chat with Molly as well. And then Tuesday evening is our Trailblazer Awards dinner where you'll see all of our awardees recognized. Tuesday morning is our pitch breakfast as well. So that's a really great opportunity. There's 8 phenomenal women who are going to be pitching their business. Barb did it the past 2 years in a row, and she didn't share, but that first year, if memory serves me correctly, she actually went pretty far in that whole pitch competition as well, right? So yeah, she doesn't like to share those kind of things. But RWBs always do extremely well, and the pitch competition at Catch the Wave is the first step to the national pitch competition, which is where the big money and recognition and things like that are. So if you are able to come this year, by all means, I would definitely do all that you can to be there if you can. And if not, I completely understand. I'll see you next year, or I'll see you at some events throughout the year, and then we'll see you next year as well. So okay, so let me share my screen again really briefly. If you are not watching this on your phone, if you can take out your phone and scan this QR code and fill out this brief survey, this will help us to make tweaks and changes to our webinars so we can make them even better. If you happen to be, yes, Barb.
Nicole had came off of mute before
Oh,
you
did you?
shared
Oh, I'm
that. I
sorry,
didn't know
Nicole.
if she
No,
Go
wanted
ahead.
to say
it's
something.
fine. I was just gonna say that I hoped I'd catch you guys at the next event. That's all.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I just
definitely. Definitely. No worries. Nicole, where are you located?
I'm in Lexington.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
we
so
had
Cleveland's
a
just a little
WB
hard to.
Connect.
yeah.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
understandable. Cleveland is a journey. Cleveland's a journey for everybody except for the people in Cleveland.
Except for
We
Jamie.
had
But
a
okay.
Right.
we had a WB Connect in Lexington last month, I
Yeah, I think
believe.
I missed it by
Um,
just a couple of days getting certified and
oh
everything. So
man, you could
I
have
heard
gone as a
about it.
non-certified WBE,
Well,
but you
I
didn't
didn't know
know.
about it. but
Of
I talked
course.
to my I did my site visit, and she was so helpful and told me that that I just missed it, but made sure I was
Yeah.
signed up for everything, so I'll see you the next time there's an event. So,
Yes.
And
and I can
Nicole,
do
I can
Louisville,
Definitely.
Cincinnati, I can do pretty much anywhere in the region. It's just
Right.
just can't make it happen next week.
Of course. Of
and,
course. And
and
I'll
Nicole, I was
also
gonna
add,
say you came on
yeah,
late.
go
I
ahead.
don't know if you heard Dr. K say next year we're in Louisville, correct?
I did hear that.
Hmm.
That's wonderful. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's and I'm excited for Louisville and for and to meet you guys. I'll definitely be there for that for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Definitely.
Oh,
Thank you,
yes.
Barb, for mentioning that because I
Yeah,
did
thanks,
not
Barb.
see her come off mute. Definitely. So then let's talk about some upcoming events so we can talk about when you all will be able to meet each other. So you're already certified, so we'll skip the September 4th. So I talked about those doing business with corporate sessions and how important those are for you all to begin to engage. Um, Doing business with Sorta Metro is September 10th. And then the 24th is doing business with Quanta. So those are two webinars that are coming up next month. Our doing business webinars are only for our certified WBEs. So that's going to be a really great chance to sit and meet with those folks as well as begin to meet other WBEs like yourselves. And then the WB Connect that I was just talking about, it's a networking opportunity for both certified and non-certified WBEs. And so we have one coming up September 10th in Columbus. And then we also have one coming up in October, which is not on here, in Cincinnati. But if you give me 1 second, I will give you that date as well so you can mark it on your calendars. So that way you can plan to attend those. It is October 2nd in Cincinnati. But if you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to our registration page, and then you will look for the event that you're looking for, and then you can click that event and it will take you to be able to register for the event. So all of these events that are on here, except for Catch the Wave, are free of charge. So you don't have to worry about that from a financial perspective, other than obviously transportation. But Shelly, I know you're in Columbus, so hopefully you'll plan to attend the WB Connect on September 10th. And then September 23rd is developing an effective capability statement. If you don't have a capability statement, don't know what a capability statement is, have one, but are thinking that you probably need to make some changes to it, your capability statement is kind of like your professional resume. And it's something that our corporates will ask for. It's something that we oftentimes will ask for as well when we're looking for different opportunities to be able to see whether you qualify for those. And so this is a free webinar where we have an amazing woman who has been with us for at least 3 years now, actually. And she walks you step by step by step on how to develop your effective capability statement. She is open to reviewing your capability statements afterwards, helping you make tweaks and changes with them, that sort of thing. It's a really great opportunity because when the corporates ask for a capability statement and you don't have one, like you're already out, right? You're already out. You're already out the running from the beginning. So
Yeah.
you want to be able to put your best foot forward and have all of that information available.
Yeah.
And I think that, yes, that is all that I have. Any final questions at all?
No, thank you, and I apologize for being late earlier.
Oh, no,
This has
you're
been
fine.
super helpful.
You are fine. So this call, I think I mentioned in the beginning, this call was recorded. It will not be next week because we have Catch the Wave, but the following week, you can expect to receive a copy of the recording, a copy of the PDF to the presentation that we shared today, as well as you'll receive a link to that survey in case you weren't able to fill that survey out. So that information will come probably by the beginning of the following week, right after the holiday, because it's September already. Sheesh.
No.
Goodness gracious. Barb, any final words of wisdom?
No, no words of wisdom. I thank you, ladies, for putting up with me. And well, I will share. Here's the full
Get
extent
out.
when Dr. K was talking about my bobblehead. There you go.
Goodness
Just had to
gracious. I've
share
never
that,
even seen that side of it.
Oh, please. Jeez. Oh
Is that
my,
like one
Lisa.
per game that you go to or something? You got a full
I
team?
just
Or what
picked
is it?
up
That's
another one
incredible.
yesterday, and yeah, I'll be picking up anyway. But anyway, I am a Reds fan, so if anybody wants baseball and wants to beat me at the game, just let me know. But I
That's nice.
appreciate you, ladies. Congratulations on your certification. And Jamie, I'm tired with all your movements. I was like, I'm pulling a muscle just watching her. But anyway,
I know what I do. I know what I do, but you need it. You need it a little, you know,
I did.
need it.
I did. So know the words of wisdom, just get involved, get involved, get involved, ask questions, reach out. Shelly, hopefully you can make it work. But if not, like Dr. K said, get involved, get involved, get involved. That's my words of wisdom. Get involved. It's worth it.
Perfect.
It's worth it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, ladies. You enjoy the rest of your day.